me. And it it's like kind of creepy. It was just like a stoner thought that I had the other day because that's what we do here. We share stoner things. We didn't do the fun
100%.
stuff where we talk about what we're smoking. I know
Oh,
I
okay.
just like got a new strain. Here, you tell
So
what yours is, and then I'm listening, but I'm gonna get my box so that I know what mine is.
right ahead. So we have Sunburn, Sunburn Cannabis, located here in Florida. They have a location in South Florida, in Fort Lauderdale, and in West Palm Beach. The flavor that I'm smoking is a 1 gram. I believe it's grape pie. I don't know if they still have these in stock.
Oh.
It's got a really good, like, mellow, chill vibe. It's a little spicy once you get down to like the bottom, but it's oh so smooth, oh so smooth. It's good.
What do you mean spicy?
It's got like a little bit of like a um kind of leaves like a sharp taste in the back of your throat. Um,
Oh, that sounds terrible.
yeah, but it's kind of like, I don't know. I just think it's
No one's
just.
ever gonna let us sponsor him.
But no, all seriousness though, just think it's like my pen. But Sunbird makes really good vape pens. I think they're like $50. Cool thing is, they have like discounts all the time. You can get some of these for like $25. You can get two for 50. So instead of just getting one for 50, get two for 50.
What, a
So
full gram? 2 for 50? Full grams? Or half
yeah,
grams?
no
Yeah?
full grams,
No,
1 gram.
that's really good.
Yeah,
25,
great deal.
basically $25.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right down here in South Florida, and they deliver. So if you're a lazy motherfucker and you don't want to get out of bed, go on their website. It's
That's really
Sunburn
cool.
Cannabis Dispensary. Yeah.
Do they do tax for you guys? What's your tax like down there?
I don't
You
know
don't notice
actually.
it. If you
It's
don't
not that
know, then
high.
it's not that bad. Yeah.
No, it's not. It's really not that bad. Well, the cool thing about a lot of the cannabis, it's kind of weird how we're getting into this, but I love this.
We gotta
Um,
talk weed sometimes,
oh,
you know?
100%. Sunburn, they grow their cannabis here in Florida. Which a lot of farmers have to grow in state because of rules and regulations and passing things over state lines. But their growers are really great at creating these really classic and like groovy and funky flavors.
Oh,
Like grape
cool.
pie. Petrol Station was an awesome flavor. They had bitter chocolate, which was fucking bomb. I think they had like a margarita flavor. They're just really passionate about what they're doing, and I just love the creativity and just
That's cool.
downright groove. Okay, we're American groove. We're lost in the groove, and I feel like Sunburn has been talking about this for 3 minutes. I hope we get sponsored, please, Jesus, bless you.
We are sponsored. It's
We are
just,
sponsored.
for free.
Yeah. What about you? What are you smoking over there?
Well, first off, I wanted to show you my munch.
My
This is
munch.
my
Sour Patch
munchies.
Kids. Okay.
I got a big bag of Sour Patch Kids because it was like $1 more than like the little box that you would like buy at a movie theater,
Okay.
because those were there. But then
A
there
movie
was like
theater is a
this.
great example of cheap candy. A movie theater is a place you go for cheap candy, 100%.
Fuck no! I was trying to show
I'm
you
joking.
like I was trying to explain like the proportion of
I
the
know.
other size. And that was all they had was just like the box or this. So I was on the phone with you the other night and I was like crying or something because that's what I do. And
I moan and bitch, and you cry. Yeah.
I was like, meh. And you were like, girl, you need Sour Patch Kids. And I was like, would that make everything better?
Yes, my solution for a lot of things is candies. Hershey bars, Snickers, Sour Patch Kids. Like, you call me up for advice, I'm like, bitch, go out and buy some fucking Ben and Jerry's. Like, right now, get the whipped cream.
You do. You're like, get in the car.
Get in the motherfucking car. Like, go there, get the shit. I just feel like you have to be able to like motivate yourself, especially like when you're a stoner. Because trust me, we're paranoid motherfuckers. Okay, let's be honest. We're paranoid as
Everything's
shit.
falling
Everything's
apart.
fucking falling apart. And the thing is, you need to be able to like get on your A game personally for like yourself, especially like I've heard people that are cannabis smokers and they're bodybuilders. You know, use that like cannabis energy when you're doing your workout. I'm serious. It's
Yeah.
just it's just a really great way to enhance yourself in regards to like mental health. Again, like I cannot
I say
talk so
yes.
strong about mental health because it's so important. We fucking never talk about that shit, bruh. Okay?
Mhm.
It's so important. It's so
Okay, so
fucking
I
important.
am smoking.
Yes.
This is Imperial extracts.
Ooh.
Um, they are my favorite. This little box is like the coolest little strange box.
What's the flavor?
It's like a little puzzle and it has this little like circle that pops in and out and then it like locks it shut.
Okay.
It my flavor is I got an indica. It's Skittles spelled with a
Ooh.
Z.
Oh, interesting. Okay. All right. A little classy, a little fancy. All right. All right.
It's got, like, all these little, like, tested by blah, 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 blah,
What's the
blah,
name of
total
the
percent.
what's the name of the
Dude, it's
brand?
91% for a vape, and that is fucking nuts. Like,
Bless
I
our Lord.
mean,
What's the name
it's
of the
just
company?
like oh, Imperial Extracts,
Imperial Extracts.
they're the
Ooh.
one with the B.
Check it out.
And, like, what I
Yeah.
like about them is that the tip of their cartridge is
It's
yellow, and I can, like,
yellow.
always spot it in my purse, like, really quick. I don't know, it's
That's
kinda cute, like
awesome.
I have a thing for bees, so, like, I totally love this, like, packaging, like, I was like, "Ooh, I want, like, a little bee on my vape."
I
their
love that.
price is insane, like, it's
Wait,
like
how much
20
are they?
bucks. 20 bucks
$20 for
for, like,
one
a whole
gram?
gram, yeah. Mhm,
Wow. That's
yeah.
great.
So, I went every my pot store, like, I think it's, like, the 20th of every month or something like
Okay.
that, they do,
What's
like,
the name of the
20%
place?
off.
What's the
Oh,
name of the
man, what are they?
uh
HHC? I think they're HHC.
Okay, I'm gonna Google this right now. You keep on talking. This is what we do best. Okay, go.
Well, they have, like I know they send me, like, a text message thing all the time, and so, like, they'll always, like, tell me their deals and whatever.
HHC.
It's
It's
HHC, like,
HHC.
they
So
have, like,
for
a big
any
pretty tree.
so for any of our California listeners, because we got our Floridians down here, and we probably have our California listeners as well. HHC and
They're in Van Nuys, it's a collective, so HH Collective, but they
ooh,
do, like, a lot of good deals and whatever, but I went on the day where they gave, like, 20% off everything, and I bought 3, and I did that probably, like, uh, maybe a couple months ago, and I'm finally, like I opened the very last one.
whoa,
And another trick that I tell people when you do deals like that, like, because I was like, right now I have money. I know I'm not going to have any more money, like, so I'm going to like stock up on the
spend it,
day.
spend
No,
it.
no, I was like, I'm going to get like my money's worth. I'm going to
Right,
try and
right.
like
No, no, of
have
course.
enough shit to smoke for the next
Yeah,
like 3 months so that I can get
right.
by. And
100%.
so I went in there and I like stocked up, on like the time that I could get it like really, really cheap. Cause like this thing is like fucking like 20 bucks. So if
Yeah.
I can get like all of them 20% off, I'm getting a really good deal.
So you basically cost you $55 altogether for all three if it's
It's
20% off.
amazing. Like it's just
Yeah.
like I
That's
that's all
awesome.
I need for a while.
Yeah. Well, I usually run this is crazy. I usually run out of 1 gram in a week. So I
I've been
usually
doing a lot better, like but what I was saying is, like, when you
yeah.
stock up, buy 3 different kinds,
Oh, okay.
mm
That's what I
and
try
this
to
was
do.
a thing that I told my friend Hannah, she was like, "Oh, sometimes I feel like we just, like, smoke the same weed all the time, and, it just, like it doesn't get me high anymore," and I was like, "Why do you buy the same strain all the time?" Like, what? Like,
Zhuzh it
excuse
up, honey.
me?
Zhuzh.
Like,
Zhuzh that motherfucker up.
you're accessing different reactions, you
You need
know? So,
different
like, you
terpenes,
kinda need to,
different.
like, break it up in between, like, the strains so that you get, like, different, like, highs and buzzes and all the fun
Oh,
feelings,
yeah.
like so I feel like,
Just didn't end up.
break it up, and if they don't have,
Oof.
a whole lot of things, get 2 of one and 1 of the other and put the oddball in the middle.
Right.
I don't know if that makes any sense.
No, it does. It does. It's just about like really creating just a health. See, I've been a stoner
It's
for
all
about
about
4 years.
you
I've been a stoner for about 4 years, and I've been a consistent
since you met
stoner.
me.
I've been a consistent smoker and stoner for the like past 2 years. And one thing I've learned is you got to be able to learn how to experience. And the thing is, being like, you don't have to be like that. I'm serious. You can be like we are right now. Just our brains are just like, and we're just like, hello, how are you? Let's do this motherfucking shit. I use it as a way to like build energy, help me sleep, kind of keep myself in shape and balance. You learn how to work with it. And the cool thing is, there's so many great fucking products out there, like Sunburn. You talked about the place that you're out there. There's I think there's one that we like. It's called Jeters. You know, the one that has a straw on it. There's a
Yeah, we
lot
like
of
the company.
their shit is fucking great. There's just so many cool things and interesting products to try. I'm just like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Okay, if you take strawberry kush one more motherfucking time, honey, I'm gonna whoop your ass. It's good shit, but nah, come on, gotta
No, just
zhuzh it
don't smoke
up,
the same thing all the time
zhuzh it up.
if
That
you
should be our
can.
catchphrase, zhuzh it up.
I think that's your catchphrase.
I think that is my catchphrase. Yes, if Taylor Swift hasn't copyrighted it yet, I have to. Yeah, we'll talk about this off the air.
Taylor Swift.
Ooh, no, we're not going to talk about Taylor Swift. I've had enough conversations about that.
You're like, "I don't wanna talk about
No,
Taylor Swift anymore."
no,
I
no.
wanted to tell you that one of my clients, like, because
Hmm.
I was doing makeup, one of my clients smelled, like, really, really heavily like weed, and,
That's me.
like
Okay, yeah,
no, like, when, like, I was in, like, the business world, and I was, like, in my professional face, because we were talking about how, like, in different situations, you have different relationships with different people, and
right.
so, like, in that world, I'm not, like, stoner Carissa, which, like, it's not wrong that I'm not, like, showing every part of who I am, it's just a different role that I'm playing at the time. But I'm like doing this girl's makeup and she smells like weed, man. Like she smells like so much weed and I want to be like, "Girl, you smell good." But I'm like,
Let's
no.
go in the back. Like after we're done this makeup, I'll be like, "Let's go in the back, girls. Come on, let's do this." Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
I think she went to the BET Awards and she said
Damn.
that I think that was this weekend. And like I asked her where she was going and she said that
She
but she
told
said
you?
it real low and fast.
Okay.
And I just, like, assumed that she said BET Awards,
Okay.
but then I was like, "There's no way,"
Hold on.
like, I was like, "You gotta be kidding me." But was it this weekend?
I'm gonna
Because if
check
it
right now.
was, then it's possible, but it could have been any acronym awards.
Sunday, June 25th, 8 p.m. to 10 p.m.
June
Um,
25th, which day
June
was
25th.
Saturday?
Today, no,
No,
today,
yesterday.
well, we're recording right now. I believe it is, I don't even know today, the 26th. Today, it was yesterday. It was the
It was
25th.
yesterday.
Yesterday. Well, not for you listeners. So this is coming out later, but for us, yeah. Where was this
Well, I
actually?
don't
Was
know,
this in, where was
no,
this?
because I did her makeup on Saturday, so unless it was, like, a pre-party.
Oh, probably. That's probably what it was.
She said, "I'm not accepting an award," and I was like, I mean, like, it's not a big deal that you're going, that's really cool." But
Wow.
yeah, she said somebody else was, whatever. But it was really neat. Like, I don't know. I'm just
I want an
jealous.
award. I want, I want a stoner award. Okay, I want it to be a weed trophy, right? And I get to come up on stage and be like, "Peace out, motherfuckers."
You should patent that idea right now, the Stoner Awards. I bet there
Um,
are Stoner
oh, there
Awards.
probably is. Yes, 100%. But I,
Yeah.
I don't have the lung capacity of Snoop Dogg, unfortunately. So
The
there's a certain.
Stoner I don't know, Stoner
This
Awards
is
would
a.
just be, like, given out to, like, people who are just, like, really high, but you don't have to, like, out smoke each other, you just gotta be, like, a champion smoker.
It's also
Wouldn't it be
like,
great if just everybody got a trophy? Like, it's just, like, a participation award, like
bro, bro. Look, let's be real over here for a sec, okay? What we're doing, by the way, you can't just pick up a joint and do the shit that we're doing. It it's hard.
ego?
Like, trust me, when you're a beginner smoker, like beginner stoner, you can't do
You
this
just
shit.
laugh. You just
You
laugh, like, you don't
laugh.
do it.
You don't do
You
anything.
don't
You just
talk, you just, like
sit there like you just laugh at everything. You're like, Google's yeah,
I still do that, but
you still do that off camera. We've practiced. We've practiced this, Carissa. We've practiced this. No bubbles. No
there's
bubbles.
still certain places that I can't be high at, like, it's, like,
Oh yeah,
too like, I don't wanna be.
risque. It's too risque.
I don't know.
What do you
Risque?
mean? Yeah, very risque.
Yeah.
You
I don't
turned me on
know.
to that word. I hate that now. You okay?
Do I say that?
Yeah, like you have
Is that
this
a word
tend.
that I use?
Yeah, like you have a tendency of like turning me on to these words that you don't know this. Like there are words that we've talked
Where do
about.
my words come from? I
I
was thinking
don't
about,
know either.
like I was
You just tell
thinking
me them. It's so random
no, I do.
sometimes.
I just add these random words into the sentences that I use, and I'm like, like today I was like thinking about something, and this giant vocabulary word came into my head as I was like going through it in my mind, and I was like,
What's the
why?
word?
I don't know. I was having a thought when I was parking at the mall, and I remember
Damn
being
it.
like, why do I think that way? Like, where does this come from? And I was like, it must be from like watching television when I was a child or something. Like, I would just like listen to like, I don't know, I used to watch like Frasier, and they're always like outwitting each other like all the time. And I think that's kind of like where this like, like trying to find these like big words to explain like the feelings that you're having. Like, well, once I get acclimated, everything will be okay. It's like, what the fuck? Like,
Acclimated. Ooh, that
calm
was a nice
calm
one.
down, like, just but it's crazy how much just the word acclimated says. It
Yeah.
almost says a whole sentence
Okay.
just in one word.
Let me bring up the definition. Homo. Acclimated. I can't spell it.
That's
There
what
we,
it's quite interesting where you get these bigger words that kind of just explain, like, an
okay.
entire
Okay.
scenario.
So
Like, it
past
means
tense.
adapting to
So it's
something.
past tense. That's the thing. Acclimated. So it's acclimate.
Yeah, once you get
Acclimated is yeah,
acclimated.
and it's become accustomed. So there's see what you said that before. There's more to it. So accustomed to a new climate or to new conditions.
Yeah, dude, it's like an entire scenario all in one word. It's a pretty word,
And it's a technical word, which is crazy. So
acclimated.
yeah, respond psychologically, ooh, or behaviorally to a change in an environmental factor under controlled conditions. We can go deeper.
Yeah, it's an environmental thing, like, it has to do with, like, entering something new. Words fascinate me. I
I love
I love
that.
how they all kinda, like, spring from Latin and how they have, like, old
In German.
meanings and they stem off of things. Yeah, Germanic language.
Mm-hmm.
It's really beautiful, but, yeah, like, I was talking about I got an additional job because I have to have 2 to survive, and I'm trying to save up money for nursing school, and, it's just I'm trying to get acclimated to this new area. that I'm working at, which I'll keep unnamed. And I just am not acclimated yet, to put it easy. But
Word of the
I'm
day.
trying really hard.
Hmm. You're doing a
Yeah.
really good job. I mean, first off, you're very hard on yourself, 100%. The amount of times you have been so hard on yourself, I'm just like, I want to slap you because you work 100% harder than I do, like 1000%. And even more than that, it's like you have created more opportunities for yourself than you ever have in like, I don't even know how long since I've known you. Um, but
Ugh.
the interesting thing about us people is as time progresses and when we not necessarily look back at the past, but what we've learned, accomplished, and witnessed. I love that word, witness. I'm fucking throwing it in there. What we
What
witnessed
we
is
witnessed.
what we witnessed. Yes. God, I love this level of high. Oh, this is wonderful.
I
Yeah.
know. Mine too. I don't know.
Isn't
I
that the
was,
point? Yeah.
I don't know. How did I get on it?
Well, we talked about acclimated, and then we brought in the word witness, which I
No,
did.
you're
Of course, I did.
good. I was gonna
Yeah.
change the subject, like, completely into some, like, crazy ass stoner
Why?
shit.
Ah,
'Cause
God damn it.
No,
Okay,
you
all right. Let's
no,
turn the
keep
clock.
going. Keep going. You go
What do you mean you
ahead.
want me to keep going? Where do you want me to keep going to?
See? That's why I was gonna change the whole thing.
Damn, bro. See,
Bro.
this is not just a roller coaster, honey. This is a rocket ship to Mars.
Rocket ship!
This is basically where we don't know what to do and we're just making up
No,
shit along as we go. I love
I got an
this.
idea.
Yes. Okay.
Okay, so this morning I was, like, on my phone,
Not on your
and it, like
period. But yeah, okay.
well, I just, like do you ever go into, like, a little crazy ass, like, Wikipedia search and then
Yes,
just, like,
100%.
research the shit out of something? What's the last
Yes.
thing that you, like, went nutto on and you just, like, just, like, searched it like crazy and you're like, "What the hell was this?" They say that that means that you're I mean, I think everybody does it, but they say that it means you're a little like, "Ee," and I do it.
Well, I love cars
So
and
you, like, go search crazy on
oh,
cars.
nuts. And then like I went even bananas when it came to my
Whoa,
car.
yeah, yeah, getting an
Nuts.
actual car. That's a search with meaning, though. You're, like, actually, like, looking for a fucking car. I just searched something that has, like, no purpose in knowing about. But, I mean, yeah, it was like an obsession. Like, you felt it, like, you were like, "I have to keep searching."
I have to keep on reading and reading and reading. Ooh.
You love your
Ah.
car.
No, you asked me what the last thing was, so that pretty much was the last obsession. I I love to obsess over things. Um, I I feel being a person that has like learning disabilities, I have a love and obsession with like colors and shapes and designs, and I love cars. I love music. I love architecture. I love nature. And again, kind of throwing this into like the groove, I love experiences. Put me in a fucking gentleman's club, honey, and give me a popcorn and a big cola. I'm good.
No, that's cool. I don't know. On my phone, they showed me, like, this, like, picture of Sharon Tate,
Ooh, okay.
and I
Interesting.
was like, "Ooh," like, she just looks so happy, and, of course, they, like, showed her smiling, and
Of
now
course.
when I look at people smile, I it's kinda been on my mind if you can see the lower like, all of the person's teeth or not. And the way that she was smiling, like, her mouth is, like, very, very open. You can see, like, all of her teeth on the bottom, and I'm quite sure that Facebook knows that I lost a tooth on the bottom of my mouth and that they taunt me, often in some type of way. Is the way I feel about it. Like
What do you
they
mean? Elaborate.
okay, so like basically after I got my tooth, like I lost one of my teeth on the bottom row,
Okay.
a little bit later I had used like my phone, like the camera on my phone
Okay.
to
Yeah.
look like down in there with like my flashlight and like see it, you know? And then like I had like researched, in my Google searches and different things like that about like the lower row of teeth and like, like an extraction and it being like, like how it heals and different things like that. And then it started showing me ads on Facebook of like people who, like need implants or people with like bad teeth or, like pointing out like, uh, basically like making it look awful to be missing a tooth is, like, what my type of advertisement turned into.
That's
And
awful.
then, all of a sudden, there was, like, a TikTok video or, like, an ad saying that Britney Spears has no lower teeth because she's a crackhead. And I'm like, "Never have I ever heard anything about this or has anyone ever said anything about this ever." And then now I get an ad for something that's completely untrue on my phone, trying to like, just, like, make it just sound awful and awful and awful, you know?
Right.
Like, it just gets, like, worse and worse and worse. So today, it shows me this picture of Sharon Tate with big, giant smile. You can see the entire, like, bottom row of her teeth on, like, both sides.
I have to see this.
I don't know, but, like, I thought to myself, like, "Oh my god," like, she died that year. In the same as the photo, and it's just, like, it bothers me that she, like, married that guy, like, the same year, that she
Well,
died.
he
Like, it all
well,
just, like, happened, like, all, like, very, very
Roman
quickly, and
well,
it's
Roman
like,
Polanski, he had
it's his
nothing to
fucking fault. You don't get married and also die in the same year and it have nothing to do with your husband.
Okay. So, first off, he has nothing to do with her murder.
I don't believe that.
Okay. What basically happened was
He's a fucked up man. There's no
okay,
way he's got nothing to do with it.
they came to the wrong house.
They killed 8 people.
No, because what happened was this.
I never watched any fucking documentaries and shit because a lot of it's fake.
No, this is
But go on.
actual. No, this is actual. You could check this up. I checked this. What happened was the Manson family. They were going after the person that owned the home. Okay, forgot what his name was, but the person that owned the home. The thing was, is the person that owned the home sold the house to somebody, if I'm not mistaken. And then what happened was, I believe either Roman Polanski bought the house or he rented the house. And when they came there, they were expecting the original owner of the house. They were planning on killing him. And
They were
what
gonna kill his wife, is what you mean?
they were going to, they were going to kill the owner of that house because Charles Manson, basically, the long story short was
Yeah,
he
but then why
pissed
would they end up killing her? Ripping a baby out of her and
because
shit.
they were. You have to understand
Doesn't
these
sound
people.
like enough motive to me.
No, these people were tripping on
Yeah.
LSD. Like these people were mentally okay. You want to go down like a rabbit hole? We'll go down a rabbit hole. There was basically a CIA program where Charles Manson was a part of this, where they were going to dismantle the peace movement and basically make hippies out to be monsters across the globe. And when they did this, they did this with Charles Manson, where they taught him on how to use LSD and basically over time, like turn these people into zombies, like turn them into his like minions, like basically fucking brainwash people. And this is what they did. And it's just kind of like insane. It's just so fucking insane when you think about this whole story that this is the levels of craziness you can go when you go down the rabbit hole. That's my point.
I think it's pretty
Wild. Yes, very
I mean,
wild.
it's I don't know, I just, like I looked up, like, who killed her, and the one woman, Susan, she spent her entire life in prison, and she was on parole and came, up to parole, like, over 30 times or some shit like that, and it was really I wanted to see a video of her and see, like, if she had changed. I guess just recently, being older, it really bothers me when they hold people in prison forever
Who are you
or
talking about?
one of the one of the women that killed Sharon Tate,
Okay.
um, she lived her life in prison, and she was only 18 years old when it happened, and I'm
Right.
just saying
Okay.
that it really bothers me, that kinda thing, and I looked on the internet for do you know what I mean when I say that it bothers me? Like, it bothers me that we hold people accountable for things that they did when they were 18 because I know that, like, I'm a totally different person,
Well,
and
if you take into the fact that the CIA had this program and Charles Manson was manipulating people and manipulating these teenagers, like brainwashing these poor kids, you know, how could you put them in front of a court and find them guilty? They're guilty of what? The crime, yeah,
yeah,
I
no, it's just, like,
agree.
it was pretty gruesome.
Yeah. It's like, where's the care? Like, where is the rehabilitation of you? I understand that they did a crime,
No, I'm saying the crime that they did was, like, insanely gruesome.
horrible, like absolutely insane.
And so, I mean, so I just kind of feel like, honestly, I wanted to find a video of her talking and see, like, what she's like, like, in her, like, late, years, and
She was so pretty.
she was kinda pretty, yeah. And I just wanted to hear her talk about, like, what it's like to, like, still be held accountable for this thing that happened when she was 18, but she's still just terrifying because, like, what she did, so, like, I still as much as I'm like, she should have gotten out because she was only 18 and it's just not right, you still kinda worry about her, Like, you're like, "I don't
Well,
know about you."
we're talking
Like, they
again,
never
like
let her out. It's not funny at all,
no,
like, I
no, it's
shouldn't
not.
laugh,
It's
but, like,
no,
there's
it's
a
not.
part of me that was kinda like, "Oh, but I don't know about you." Like,
Like
you
you
still
not
kinda
you're not babysitting my kids. Tell you that right now.
there's
Uh-uh.
that, like, you're like, "I know that
No.
you" yeah, like, I
Yeah,
don't know, sh
you murder pretty people. You murder
and then,
pretty
like,
people. She murdered
living
pretty
in
people.
prison forever
That
can
sucks.
sometimes roughen a person, but, that's not always the case. But I just I don't know, like but then again, like, when they showed, like, videos of her, like, in the prison and she's, like, made friends with everybody and they all seem like a supportive, like, group, I was like, "Okay," like, maybe her life wasn't as terrible, or whatever, but and the only reason that she's alive is because they ended the death penalty in California, but she actually isn't alive anymore. But this was the
She
all the little
did.
Googling that I, did, where I just, like, researched down, like, a little tunnel until I was like, "Whoa, that was a lot."
I love the just sheer beauty of just murder Sharon Tate, murder Sharon Tate, murder Sharon Tate. It's just ah
I don't know why
God,
Facebook showed it to me. I mean, I think they wanted
so
me to
random.
see her pretty teeth, you know, but it was like they knew what
Mm.
I wanted to see. It was like this
Oh, of course
picture
they
of
do,
Sharon
honey. They know everything.
creepy.
They know the panties that you wear. They know what your sheets look like. They know all your doctor's
Ugh,
appointments. I'm
stop. I don't even
sorry.
know my doctor's appointment.
They know your doctor's appointments. They know all your doctor's appointments. They
It's
made
creepy.
your doctor's appointments. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
The CIA.
And in a lighter note, Carissa needs a
Good
little
night.
bit needs Carissa gets a little spotlight over here because she is a makeup artist, a fully licensed esthetician, candle maker, okay? Like insane, like really good candles. I love them. And a pug lover. And most importantly, she is super, super creative, and you should be definitely checking out. Like, you should definitely check out the incredible work that she does
Wow.
at Carissa the Beautiful on IG.
Yeah, I made my Instagram private, so
Oh,
yeah, that might just be, like, a temporary thing for a
wah, wah,
minute.
wah.
Yeah, I think it'll go back, but, I mean, you can always request, and I might, like, kinda look at you and then be like, "Oh, you're a fan."
RSVP. Okay, you got to
Yeah.
RSVP now to be like on Carissa's social. So like
Yeah,
line up over here, ladies and gen. Okay, like this is serious.
private needed to happen.
Yeah. Okay, this is
Otherwise,
a
I'll make, like, a separate one, like, specifically for everyone,
ooh.
I don't know. I don't
Well,
know
I'm
how
gonna
people do this.
we'll talk after the podcast about this. But in a lighter note, thank you so much for being here. Be sure to like and subscribe. We can't do this without you. Okay, we've been growing with you. We're now like over 100 subscribers on YouTube. This is fucking insane. It's insane.
Yay.
Oh my god. But um, be sure to check us out on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube at Lost in the Groove Pod. So with that, we'll catch you on the next one. And I don't know. I'm fucking tired. Okay, take good care.
Get lost.
Get lost, bitches.